Till now I have solved up more than 300 questions on Leetcode, and I just wanted to document how it the whole experience of solving one particular question on Leetcode really feels. So yeah, that's that. The first phase is understanding the question. What you really what does the question really mean to you, right? Do you understand the inputs of it? Do you understand the example inputs and the results, and are you able to create those outputs using the example input, using just your intuition or just your like general thinking? So over to today's question. This is you are given an integer array nums in the ith pack contains nums of I balls. You are also given an integer max operations. You perform the following operation with max operation times. Take any bag of balls and divide it into two new bags with a positive number of balls. For example, a bag of 5 balls can become two new bags of 1 and 4 balls, or two new bags of 2 and 3 balls. Your penalty is the maximum number of balls in a bag. In order to minimize the penalty after the operation, you return the minimum possible penalty after performing the operations. Okay, so we have an array that contains more balls. We know that those are the bags, and I mean every bag has those many balls. And now we can at max perform two operations, and in every operations we have to do certain things so that we minimize the possible penalty, and the penalty is the maximum number of balls. So for example, we have just try to implement a pseudocode for that. So for in this example I used priority queue because I thought, yeah, this question is a heap question, so basically I needed to find the maximum element every time. So what comes out to your mind? Heap. So heap. Third step is when you start solving the question, you try to solve it and you pass all the edge cases, so you pass all the example test cases and you think you are good enough and this is so easy, but it's a medium, right? Medium questions are always tricky. So I just saw it always comes down to like this. So some of the questions I solve it, and then in this particular example I solved the example test cases using my theoretical code. So whatever I thought was going to be working code, and I just ran it and it worked with the example test cases. When I submitted it with the other test cases, it's failed with I think 50 or something. It should work in this case. So and just I don't know if it won't work. Let's see. So I take priority queue PQ and I just dump everything into the priority queue. Okay, now while we have max operations, we won't be and while my operations is greater than 0 and not PQ dot size, PQ dot size is greater than 0, not PQ dot empty, not PQ dot empty, we take out the first element. So we say current is equal to PQ dot top and then PQ dot pop, right? So if current node 2 is equal to 0, and if it is an even element, I need to 2 times, and else we can push current by 2. In fact, when equal to current by 2, and the second is going to be equal to current minus first, and I push the first as well as the second, and for everything I say max operations minus minus, and at the top we can just return the whatever is at the top. Run this. So is the wrong answers because it's saying that it is the search. How did different this thing? Yeah, it's correct, right? I do not think why I have to use maximum only. But I'm not even using the binary search. Everyone is starting with binary search solution. This one just 3 and then this, and if you don't do this and put it down to this, will it work? It does work. But it will give you wrong answer, I feel. It won't pass this test case, and the expected is 179. Now it did pass some test case. It's not the correct solution. Basically saying that you split this, you take the smaller one from the half, but it would fail in certain tests. The next step is to look at the existing solutions. So the whole point is, so you will always what I follow is that I try to solve the question within the first 30 minutes. If I fail to do so, I try to look up whatever solution is there, what are people solving it with, and is there a gap in my understanding of the question. So in this particular one, I looked at some of the solutions of the Leetcode discuss section, but the point is not to copy paste solution. Here's the kicker: you need to read the solutions to understand what is it that you lacked when you first looked into it. So in this particular one, I thought it was probably a max heap question by finding out splitting the largest number into smaller chunks and going forward, but it was not. And if you can see, there are multiple cases where users have people have actually gone ahead and used this concept that I also did, and along the way they also might have read some solutions and figure out that it was a binary search. So yeah, that's the step, is that you need to read the solutions and come up with a vague idea of how it actually would work out. So in this case, I figured out binary search was somewhat involved, right? So I just figured out how would binary search be involved, and just started writing the code for it after finding out. But the trick is not to copy paste ever. Do not copy paste the solutions. In this particular thing, I have looked at the solution and I formed a mental mapping of what is exactly going to happen, and then I've go ahead and write the working code for it. There will be a few hits and misses, and that's the final step. You have finally solved the problem. Cheers. Thanks. Start and this can be the left and this can be our right. So while left is less than right, int mid is equal to left plus right divided by 2. Now if is possible, mid nums and max operations, then I can have to go to the left to minimize it, else I go to the right, and then left and right is going to be equal, so I just return left, and the main thing is to valid implement rectangle minimum segment max of max ups and total is equal to 0 print I in rooms, and we have to find out this thing, right? So this is the size that we have to reach. So total, it's the same thing. I don't really know. Okay, and if this total is greater than max ops, return false, and if it is return true, and this is possible, just keep it there. So die is equal to 0, is not size, and plus okay. I've done some to the right, and when it is possible, I don't check it by the number, I should check it by here. Yeah, okay.